Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to Play It Painted Live. I hope you guys are having a good Sunday evening. Here we go with one of these. We're gonna. Why is it viewers waiting? I said 8:30 p.m. There we go. All right, we're here. Yeah, what's up, everybody? So tonight we're gonna be painting some Aristeia. I just started. Octavius, you can say hi. You can say hi. Octavius is here. That's good, son. Just say hi. Thank you. Okay. So we're going to be painting some Aristeia. I have a lot of miniatures on the board, but we definitely. Hey, what's up? Oh, Larry retracted his message. Hey, what's up, Demon Jester J? Got a lot of miniatures on the board, but we're going to kind of pick what we're actually working on tonight because it's just not practical to do 10 characters at the same time. So we're going to rule out Padre. We'll probably rule out Eddie Munster here. What's up, buddy? Yeah, he says howdy. Hey, Larry says, hey Octavius, your Mushroom King was awesome, great job. Thanks. Cool. We're also not doing Hellboy. We're just gonna eliminate the ones. We're not doing Corey Queen. So no Boomerang. We're not doing. We're probably not doing Tao Wu. So, and then we're just keep narrowing it down. We're probably. I don't really want to work on plastic. We're not doing Oberon. Who else are we not doing? We'll probably work on some Parvati. We could probably work a little bit on some Parvati, so she can stay on. Actually, I need to airbrush just her wings, so we'll take care of that in a minute. I also have to refresh my chat there. There we go, guys. And then we are going to work a little bit on Shona Karana. So we're working on her. And this is the main, well, we got to work on, we're going to work a little bit here on Cosmo. So you can see I airbrushed some color shift paint on Cosmo to begin with. So Cosmo looking cool. And then the main event is going to be this limited edition Wild Bill. All right.
Cosmo, I actually have a Cosmo.
Okay, thanks, son. He does, yes. Octavius does have a Cosmo. All right. There's a bunch of messages retracted. I'm not sure. Are bad things afoot? I don't know. Okay, so first thing we're just going to do a couple little airbrush things real quick then that I forgot. And I should have done prior to the stream. I don't like to airbrush on stream, but we're here. Let's do it. So we're going to pick we're going to do a little color shift here on her wings. I'm going to pick, I guess, sort of like a violet gold. So let's do that. Or actually kind of like this this red gold. So it's kind of like because it's steampunk, right? Oh, good night, Demon Jester J.
Yeah, it is.
Have a good night. Yeah, it's more steampunk look here. So we're going to do this this red gold.
Looks like she has wings.
Those are wings.
Oh,
Yeah, she's like a clockwork fairy.
sorry, I don't know
Okay.
much about.
It's fine, son. It's fine, son. All right. Retracted because he spelled howdy wrong. Oh, okay. All right, so we're going to get some color down. All right. So you can see it looks on camera. It looks kind of gold green. I can even see a little green reflection on camera. All right. It's a really nice color. Let me get in tight here. Okay. There we go. All right. Not too bad. All right. And then what I need to do here is I need to do tiny little highlight spots, right? I call them swings, right? Because it's really it's like Jason was saying, it makes it kind of look like there's a little bit of lens flare almost when you do this. All right, so dump there. But yeah, I hope you guys had a good weekend. Fun Halloween. Hope everybody was safe and we're good to go. Getting ready for work and school and all that good business tomorrow.
I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a TLC tomorrow.
Yeah, TLC tomorrow. All right, so a little silver here on Cosmo. Okay, you missed it.
So cool.
Whose color shifting paints am I using? I'm using Vallejo, the shifters. This is red gold. I just used that on on Parvati's wings. Good stuff. All right, so now a little bit of silver, and we're just gonna pick tiny little points to brighten up, kind of make it look, like I said, like a little bit of lens flare, right? So towards the top here, you don't want these to be too big, but there you go, right? And I can push that as far as I like, but that's pretty good. Bear in mind there usually is like a painted smiley face on there for Cosmo. But like, let me pick this corner here, for example. Right? Give that a nice little swing right there. I don't know how much is being reflected, what you can actually see on camera, but that's what we want. That. We want these little tiny little points of light. All right. Okay. A little there. And you don't want to overdo it, but you definitely want to make it look like there is a lot of light bouncing around without killing too much of that color shift effect. I overdo this all the time, by the way. I overdo this all the time. So if you do overdo it, just say you learned from me and it's my fault. I'll say I stole the technique from Geraldez or something. Because it does look, I mean, they don't overdo it. I'm not sure. They just know exactly where these should go at any given moment. Right? That's not bad. That's not terrible. And then we actually want to do a little bit of, you'll see, I'll do a little bit of jet engine stuff going on back here. Cosmo is another one of those ones where the plastic model is almost as good as the metal analog. I've always been, but the full metal alchemy analog is pretty amazing, I have to admit. All right, a little bit light there. All right, okay, great. Can you see the little swings and the wing and all that? Okay, good. Good, that's what we're going for. Do a little swing. There we go, a little swing right there. Cool. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and clean this out real quick. I also have to get a little bit of a light color down there on the base so that the base matches everybody else's base. Ooh. Well, it'd help if I turned my airbrush on. No wonder I was losing pressure there at the end. Okay. I was like, okay, that could have gone. That could have gone much worse than it did. Can you let the cat out, son? Cat doesn't want to be part of the feed. All right. But yeah, there are some awesome color shift paints by Vallejo, and then not to mention the Turbo Dork. But I've talked about this a couple of times now on the feed. Turbo Dork are going to require a little bit of extra care when you're airbrushing. So be a little bit more careful about how you're thinning and how you're going to approach airbrushing with the Turbo Dork. Yes sir, I have a cat. Total pet count right now, we have one cat. We have one cat and 8 geckos, and we are dog sitting, just like Octavia said. So we do have a lot of animals this week that we are taking care of. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of white ink on the base because we've been using white ink on a lot of these other minis. Okay, so we'll do that. And then it's not so much that I want a white color on there. I just want to have the same basic starting point that I have with all the other miniatures in this particular set, so that so all their bases match when these are all done and good to go. Okay. And clear that out, and then I think we are done with airbrush for the night. We were just going to do a little bit of airbrushing there. I think we're done. Hopefully, we'll see. I think we're done. I don't think there's anything else I need to airbrush. All right. There were a lot, speaking of mushrooms, Larry, there were a lot of entries. I went and had a look. A lot of entries, a lot of people going with bold colors. I thought it was, I thought I was kind of being clever by using metallics on mine, but I saw that there were at least 2 other entries that used metallics, which was really cool. So I'm not special. That's the that's the lesson that we got, is I am not special. We had 20 with many hours to go. That's right, sir. Okay. I didn't count, but it looked like at least 20 when I was there. All right. So let's break out the regular palette, the regular wet palette, and we'll start to do the things that we normally do. Let me know if you guys are working on any other projects tonight, or if you're taking it easy. Take it easy. Maybe you had a late night for Halloween. Maybe you ate too much candy. Maybe you got a stomach ache. Who knows, right? Anyway, we're just gonna do. You're gonna go upstairs, okay? You want to say goodnight to everybody? Good night, Octavius. I'll see you in the morning, buddy. Thank you. It's great to see all of them. Yes, sir. Okay, where is... where is the black that I use specifically for eyeballs? I got this regular Vallejo black here that I do not waste on eyeballs. It's a very specific black that I use. It's a Reaper paint. Let's see. Usually just sits here right on my desk because I use it so often. It should have just been right there. Oh, there it is. Okay. You just finished your WizKids Beholder 30 minutes ago. Oh, nice. Been me. You're preaching in the choir. I got all kinds of stuff here that I've been meaning to finish. So all right, so we're gonna go with Noir Black. Not on Cosmo. Cosmo doesn't get Noir Black. Believe it or not, Cosmo is moving along pretty well. There's not a whole lot left to do on Cosmo. So a little bit of Noir Black. We're going to paint in some eyeballs. And you know who hates painting eyeballs on camera? That's right. I mean, typically I don't do this phase of the painting on stream because it's one, it's very difficult, and two, it's not as satisfying to watch, right? You want to see the you want me to get to the end product, so I'm just doing like really fine level highlighting and detail work on stuff that is mostly painted. But this is the early phase of painting these minis. But I figured let's kick the camera on. Let's have a little bit of a relaxing stream tonight. I don't know how many of these Parvati minis I've painted. It's been a lot. But you 3D printed 25 miniatures this weekend, so finished new. Oh, wow. Wow, nice. Okay. This Parvati miniature is very tough to do the eyes for a couple of reasons. One, you can see how narrow her face is. It is very narrow. And two, you got these arms straight forward pointing at guns, and that makes it very hard to dot, to line up your brush and dot and not have those arms be in the way. Don't forget to get, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. I owe you it's basically a Thingiverse link to Aristeia terrain. I will got to remember to get that to you, sir. You can see Shona Karana's face, but she's staring straight down. So there we go. There we go. All right. Don't worry about it, dude. Don't worry. We're doing a relaxing stream tonight. Nobody else is chit-chatting. We're not in any intense discussion on anything. I will talk a little bit about these characters, though, for Aristeia. If we run out of stuff to talk about, some people do like to talk about. I like to talk about the stuff that I'm painting, especially if I play the game, so that you can get my impression of what we're looking at, right, live while I'm painting it. Wild Bill, he is disgusting. In Aristeia. Sure you can. What's up, David Moffat? Welcome to the feed. Yeah, Wild Bill, easily one of the best range damage dealers in Aristeia. He has a bunch of cool things going for him. All right. Think of like your quick draw master type, right? So he has pretty high initiative, so he can win a lot of like heads up duels on who's going first. I believe he's at the initiative 6 or 5. If he's 6, that's pretty nuts. I think he may actually be 6. So he's high initiative going in. He's got decent armor. He's got an okay move, but that's not really why you're taking him. Well, you're really taking him for his basically his twin guns attack, which has excellent dice attached to it, and a trigger to allow him to do it twice. Right, so he's got some, if you roll really well, he's got an efficiency baked in there to do it twice. Now, thing about Wild Bill, it's so nice. Oh, he also has a passive defensive ability that if you target Wild Bill with a ranged attack, he gets to throw red dice back in your face, which means it's sort of it's I guess it's in reference to him being this amazing, this legendary quick draw artist. So if you have a ranged person on your team and you go after Wild Bill with a ranged ability, be careful because he could very well outshoot you in that fight. So you got to watch out. Um, Additionally, Wild Bill has this really crazy ability where he can discard tactics when he's attacking you in order to gain more successes. Right? So a typical tactic with Wild Bill is to, draw a decent enough sized hand, and then when the time comes and you really need to kill somebody, or maybe because of his trigger, maybe you need to kill two somebodies, then you start throwing those tactics down to make sure that you shoot someone dead and possibly get your trigger to do it for free another time. He also has a tactic that allows you to just do an attack for free, which was used against me recently. Playing a game, and I had my favorite best girl, Dart, set up in my deployment zone, and one of our locals, Jason here, who's just learning the game, he puts Wild Bill on his team, and he double moves, right, to get within range of Dart. And I'm thinking to myself, I should be okay. I mean, he double moved, so he shouldn't have the energy left to shoot me. Sure enough, he's got that tactic in his hands, so he proceeds to shoot me with Wild Bill and ends up killing Dart before she can even activate. And that was one of the worst performances for Dart that game. She couldn't really get it going because she got killed right out of the gate. So it was a problem. I am trying to figure out how to dot this I without mucking everything up and on camera. And I think that's about as good as I can get it. Hold on. Maybe I can do this a little bit better. Painting under hats, under hoods. Painting eyes under hats and under hoods. One of my least favorite things to do. Not really a fan of that. There we go. All right. Also, these eyes can be very terrible to paint because they're sunken in and they're on the smallest, most narrow face in Aristeia. Well, next to the monkey. All right. So let's see. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, that actually looked pretty good. I'm just going to kind of leave that be. And then all I got to do is paint a little white on one side of the eye to make it look like her pupils in the... I screwed it up. I was like, yeah. I need to make it look like the pupil is centered, and sometimes that means just blacking out one side of the eye, so that it looks like her hair is literally running over where the pupil meets. There we go. Okay. Is that my best girl? It sure is. That's Parvati. That's your best girl. I played a game of Aristeia today with Dart and Gata, and they're both best girl for me. I'm a fan of both. Got to play with Nelson, and he's still learning the game, but he knows enough about the game. He's competent enough about the game, but I had a very strong game with both Gata and Dart today. And he was not happy about it. It was not the best day for Nelson on the Aristeia front. All right, let me see if I can answer a couple of questions here. First question is, cross-eye models, best models gives character. Are all these all the same faction? The answer to that question, Larry, is yes, sort of. I mean, there's no factions in Aristeia. You buy. It's one of my favorite features of this game because the models are so cool. You literally collect whatever you want, and you put on your team, and you justify it. You justify that to yourself, and you say, okay, that's what I want to play. These are cool looking minis. That's my team. That's how I approach. That's how I approach most of the teams I build for this game, which is why Dart is pretty much on every team I run because it's my favorite sculpt in the game, and I just learned how to get really good with that character. Like I can get a lot of good use out of her because I I have the experience. I've played her enough to know what I can do with her and what I cannot do with her. Problem is, I think my regular opponents now have a very strong understanding of how to deal with Dart. But that's okay. Dart and Gata are very strong together. I also like Prism in there. Nelson was saying basically that, I should really, my core team is really Dart, Gata, Prism. And then I have a flex pick in there. That's not that untrue because I love all three of those characters quite a bit. I would because I like this Shona Karana sculpt. I'll try to figure out if she makes it into my 8 or not. Because like in Aristeia, you have obviously you can collect every model that you want, and you could potentially field any combination of models you like. When you go into a tournament, however, they kind of limit you to picking 8 that would be the pool from which you draft your aristos from. So when I say, oh, this person makes my 8, that's what that means. It means that they're in the tournament roster. All right. So far, so good. Okay, let's start. Let's just continue to work on some skin while we're here. Let's see. So if you're just joining us, welcome to Play It Painted Live. Let us know what you're painting, what you should be painting. Tonight we're painting a lot of Aristeia stuff, and we're kind of focusing in on these limited characters or these alt characters. Say what's up, Lord Draconum. Welcome to the feed, sir. All right. Getting a little skin here on Wild Bill. Ooh. My regular skin tones are starting to dry up, and that's starting to scare me. Here we go. So, nearly Tuesday. What's up, newbie? Welcome to the feed, sir. Are you locked and loaded? Yes, I am, sir. We are ready to go. Okay. So, let's get some skin tones ready. All right. And like I said, when you paint underneath a hat, and you paint eyes underneath a hat, it can be rather frustrating trying to get to things like the the area right above their eyes without accidentally jamming your brush into the eye, the well for the eyes, if that makes sense. Alright, so trying to, there we go, make all that look pretty good. All right, painting up Space Marines. You're gonna build up spearmen. Oh no. All right. Yeah, newbie, we're gonna enjoy a hopefully a relaxing stream tonight. We can we can talk. The whole rest of this week will be awfully political and upsetting for some, and well, no, I take it back. It'll be upsetting for everybody, no matter the outcome. It doesn't matter. It's gonna be upsetting, and we're all gonna have to be ready to basically do what we need to do, take care of ourselves, our families, the people that we love. All right, and we're looking at, so let me get white hair on the mustache. I'm copying kind of this Wild Bill art here. I mean, it doesn't look that complicated. It's a pretty straightforward design. So let's block out the colors that we need. Right? Let's just focus in on Wild Bill tonight. That's what many of you came to see. You wanted to see how cool is Wild Bill, this limited edition Wild Bill. So let's get some colors on him. Okay. So, whoa, that was terrible. What just happened? Uh-oh, that was really bad. Okay, I am gonna need to. I'm gonna have to repaint Cosmo's shoulder here if I can't wash this off quickly. Well, it looks like I did for the most part. Yeah, I got most of it off. Cosmo took a tumble into the wet palette and rolled over some white paint. So I'm just gonna get most of that off, and then I'll come back and touch it up a little bit. Shouldn't be too bad. Not the end of the world there. Let's see. Another, doesn't matter. None of it matters. The rest is, well, yeah, can't be stopped. Another month's not, yeah. Yeah, well, like I said, newbie, we'll have to there's going to be plenty of this week to discuss all of that, and we can talk about that at another point. Right now, let's just be grateful that we can sit here and paint some minis and not have to, not all of us. Take it back. Some of us don't have that luxury, right? All right. So, ooh, yeah, I guess I'm gonna. So we'll just do the cowl like this. I know that is, like I said, it's weighing on people's minds, and I'm not against you talking about that. In fact, I think we should talk about that. But I just don't want it to derail the entire painting thing, right? Because we need a little bit of peace. We need a little bit of reprieve. from this stuff. And it's kind of the central point I've been trying to drive home for a little while now, is this idea that, hey, remember when hobby was supposed to give you a reprieve, a break from all that crap? That's what I'm trying to get back to, folks. It's not about trying to muffle voices, because I'm staunchly against that. It's not about trying to censor people or muffle voices or 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 prevent conversation. It's I just want a timeout, if you will. Can we have a timeout? Because for sure, because you guys know me, we'll have a time in. We'll have those discussions if we want to have them. My thing is let's enjoy some hobby first. You're out. Okay, you're watching some guy play Silent Hill. Okay. Anyways, thanks, newbie. Have a good one, man. We'll talk soon, I promise. Okay. So I am. It looks like the darker parts of Wild Bill here are the this area here. The basically under this part, the under. I don't know what you call that. The undercarriage. Hobby can't give us a reprieve. It can for 15 minutes, dude. We can do it. We can do it. It can do it. It can give us a break for 15 minutes. That's what I'm saying. Right? We can. All right. Don't get me wrong. For those of you who know me, I've already kind of reached out and said, be on alert this week. Be ready this week, because the S is about to go down, and no matter where you stand, no matter where you are, it will affect you in some way. So uh, don't be caught unawares, I guess is all I'm saying. Don't be caught underwears. That's not working. That smoke does not work. The underbelly. Let's do. Where is. I need to find a good gray to kind of shade down, right? So I actually need like a medium gray, which, believe it or not, can be hard to find. It's hard to find a good, reliable medium gray. The premix grays tend to be either like green, like closer to green, or too close to brown, if that makes sense. Like, I want a good, just center deadline, middle of the road gray. That's not right. Man, I swear I had one. There it is. This is a pretty good center of the road gray, heavy blue gray. So we'll do heavy blue gray and then kind of shade that down. I know I said that with a little upspeak there to make sure that we're good. All right. Okie doke. And so we'll do that. I don't know what else needs to have this medium gray in it. He kind of has these bone colored, all his like his greaves and stuff, they're all kind of bone colored, which is a little weird. Oh, I forgot to do snakebite leather on the belt, on the holster and the belt here. But again, not the end of the world. We can get it all taken care of. And then this kind of area here behind the greaves and the boot itself is going to be dark. right? Looks good, looks good. All right, and let's do, you have a Reaper Gray you love, but you can't remember its name. Maybe it's Concrete Gray. I don't know. I do have a Reaper Medium Gray that I use as well. I just can't find it right now. All right. Meanwhile, he kind of has this like, he kind of has like a taupe um, main body of his outfit here. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to use a little bit of Agaros Dunes as kind of a wash coat for most of this, and then I'll highlight it back to the color it's actually supposed to be. Right. So hang tight while I do that. Right. So we're going to give it this. I mean, it's already pretty close. The taupe that they're using on the box art has it more of like a almost like a gray green, but this will work out just fine. Let's see. Be careful not to get someone shut down because we were saying wrong thing on the chat. I'm not after. No, it's fine. Yeah, don't sweat it, dude. This channel gets shut down. It's not the end of the world. I don't think. I think people will find other channels to frequent for hobby. It's not right. It's not the only stop that we got. So and I have a Twitch channel that we could totally get banned from anytime you want to discuss this kind of stuff, which I really don't give much of a care about anyway. Right? Twitch just isn't my thing. Twitch never, as a platform, it never really grabbed me. Which is weird because I do mostly streams. Use concrete or dirty gray. Oh yeah. All right. So here we go. So this is actually a pretty decent color for Wild Bill's. I guess this is a duster, right? Yeah, this is a duster. It's a great duster, by the way. I love leather dusters. I do. I really love leather dusters because, I like, not really for the Western side of it, but I just, from almost more the steampunk side of wearing a duster. I have a big old leather duster that I used to break out all the time when I went to steampunk conventions. And it's a big old black leather duster, and it is extremely nice. I actually have the regular black leather duster, and then I have it's almost like an airship pirate coat. That is a big, heavy leather coat. Like it's heavy coat. It's a heavy coat. Like you could, someone was trying to stab you. You could protect yourself while wearing the coat. And it's just a great coat. All right, not trash talk, but you're watching a video about Marines today, and they said they can spit acid. Since when they actually, Larry, the Marines being able to spit acid is back from Rogue Trader days, actually. And let me see. I mean, I might be able to prove that. If you have the Warhammer 40K compendium, I can't believe I'm defending Space Marine. That's it. Newbie, you may be wanting us to talk about lockdowns, but now I'm defending Space Marines. It's over. Just end the feed. I can't believe I'm defending Space Marine. Yeah, Larry. Anyways, yeah, in the Warhammer 40K compendium, they go over the full anatomy of a Space Marine and all of the implants, all of the organ implants they give to Space Marines. And one of the implants that they call out is the ability to spit acid or spit venom. Let me see if I can find that. Space Marines are so cool. That's it. I'm censoring all you guys. No more. How dare you? Just kidding, guys. It's okay. You can love Space Marines. It's fine. You can love Space Marines on this feed. You'd be wrong, but you can love. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right. Okay. So. All right. Yeah. Uh. You knew about those. You just never. Oh. Yeah. Um. But yeah. Be aware. Uh-oh. Go to bed, buddy. Good night. That was the other. Got the other kid. My kids do not like sleeping. Hold on one sec. Okie doke. Oh, I forgot. Yeah. Let's see. Then again, I just learned the orcs reproduce by spores about 8 months ago. Now, Larry, orcs produced by spores as of 3rd edition. Okay, as of 3rd edition 40K, they reproduce that way. As of Rogue Trader 2nd edition, Rogue Trader and 2nd edition, they reproduced I believe they reproduced in a more, we'll say, in a more mammalian style, mammalian manner. That was more, they were sort of asexualized starting in 3rd edition. So I don't know what happened there. Somebody got bent out of shape thinking about female female orcs, right? Male orcs and female orcs. And how do they get it on? How does that? It's a late feed. It's a late feed, okay? How do they get it on? What's your favorite Space Marine chapter? Damn it, David Mom. Actually, I do have a favorite Space Marine chapter. I do. I do have a favorite Space Marine chapter. And I will share it with you in a minute here. What's your favorite Primarch? All right. Favorite Space Marine chapter is Legion 888, also known as the Mentor Legion. Okay? Legion 888, also known as the Mentor Legion, Chapter Master Nisk Ranthrall. I did when I had Space Marines, I had one chapter of Loyalist Space Marines when I played 40K, and yes, it was the Mentor Legion, not the Mentors, not to be confused with that garbage that GW did with them. The Mentor Legion, okay? Here's what I mean. They were the Mentor Legion in Rogue Trader and 2nd edition 40K. The Mentor Legion. Their chapter symbol was an owl. Okay? Their chapter symbol was an owl. Fast forward to 4th edition 40K. Again, People at Games Workshop hate anything good. They hate anything good and lovely and enjoyable. And they replaced the Mentor Legion with a chapter called The Mentors. And they replaced the owl, which was one of the coolest chapter symbols ever. They replaced the owl with a red eagle. It was the stupidest thing that I was so upset that they replaced the Mentor. You know what the Mentor Legion was? If the Mentor Legion, they had the express consent of the Emperor to refuse to field trial any new Imperium technology that they deemed unsuitable for the battlefield. They had a veto, okay? They were test pilots. They had a veto on anything that was going to be deployed in war. They never used that veto, meaning these guys were experimenters and they didn't care. They were willing to test anything out on the battlefield. All right? That was cool. They even had chapter approved special rules for the Mentor Legion in Rogue Trader. In other words, the Mentor Legion, it was very common for the Mentor Legion to field Imperial. They would field regular Imperial troops in their in their battalions because those Imperial troops would be field testing weapons. Okay? Guess where all that fluff went? It's not grimdark enough. Gone. Gone. Removed it because GW is bad and full of bad, boring ideas about bad, boring, grimdark stuff. So, yeah, that was my favorite Space Marine chapter. Thanks a lot for the bad. I'm just kidding. No, what I said though that's 100% true. That is the Mentor Legion. That was their fluff. They were awesome. GW hated awesome, and they flushed it down the toilet. For what? For a red symbol. They just. Let me see if I can find. Hold on. That's it. You ask a question. Do not ask Octave a question on feed because he will give you 3 answers, each of which is true and terrifying to know. Here we go. 1 second. All right, nerds, here we go. Let's look at some classic 40K stuff, shall we? That's right. The guy who hates 40K still has the 40K compendium in his room. All right, you open. Here's the first. It's like the 3rd page in. Right? The Mentor Legion. Oh, I can't even fit it on camera here. Hold on 1 sec. Can't even fit it. I'm going to have to scoot that back. Give myself some more room here. The Mentor Legion. There's Chapter Master Nis Granthal, and he's being outfitted, right? Being outfitted for his 40K-ness. This is the part that's super cool. If you look, right? Whoa, that's it. We're showing you everything, okay? So there's Nis Granthal. There's the Mentor insignia. You see the owls? You see how cool that is? Look at that. Owls, elite cadre, the back banners. There's the rest of Nisk's. Check out his Corvus armor. Yeah, that's right, 40K nerds. You guys think that I left 40K over 8 years ago. You didn't think I was down for the cause? I was down, man, when it was good. When it was good. right? Not this. So, anyways, that's Legion 888. Let me see if I can find that thing Larry was talking about, or I was talking about to Larry. So it does go over here in the compendium. It goes over implants. You can see there. So, right, it goes over all of that stuff that we talked about. See if I can. Let's see if I can find it. Looking for. So these are the different phases of implants. Can't find. I want to read it. Where is it? But I'm pretty sure it explains some of the things we talked about. Space Marines. All right. We've wait. No. Nope. It was in here somewhere though. But yeah, yes, Space Marines. Space Marines were of space and they did things. That's all you need to know. And all right, time to make mentor Space Marines with Red Eagles. Yes, that would upset me. Actually, I saw somebody. Everybody that actually ran that chapter from back in the day are like they tend to be like really old school guys. I saw one guy's. So what I used to do with my mentors is I would have the elite cadre, and they would run Mark 8 errant armor, which I know GW has Mark 8 armor out now, but it's not the same thing. You have to find Mark 8 errant armor. It was sick, man. I loved Mark 8 errant armor. And I spent the time back when I actually liked this stuff, to collect squads of guys with Mark 8 armor, and they would be elite cadre. I would field them as veteran squads. And you could have, in Rogue Trader, an elite squad like that. You would roll up all their equipment randomly. So you were never sure when you're about to play a game what they would be armed with. So, all right. Nice troll, everyone. You got me talking about Space Marines and how cool it used to be and how bad it is now. All right. Let's go back to painting some Wild Bill. Okay. So now that that's all done, let's go back and do some of the snakebite leather. I'm going to scoot this over a little bit, right? Now that we're done talking about that. But yes, I'm answering questions about space. What is the matter with you guys? What is actually, now I lost my paintbrush. See how upsetting that was? Okay, so now here's the snakebite leather. Now you guys have proof that I actually talked about Space Marines. Actually, I do talk about Space Marines a lot on my channel. It's usually all derogatory, though. It's all usually pretty bad. This snakebite leather is too close to. I feel like it's too close. Let's use Wildwood. I only like Space Wolves. Well, at least with Space Wolves, they were relatively consistent with the fluff, right? Space Wolves, they hate Dark Angels, they grow long fangs, rawr, Ragnar, Bjorn the Fellhand. Like, they were pretty straightforward Space Marine stuff. I mean, the Space Wolf stuff. What was not straightforward was it was it was like the kiss of death. I had the kiss of death in 40K, in that anything that I liked that was original and kind of cool and whatnot, they would basically take a fire hose to and go, "Don't you want more things that act like Batman?" No, all right. I'm not a 15-year-old goth emo kid. Just want to enjoy some stuff. Just leave me alone. All right, so here we go. A little Wildwood to go with our troubles. Yes, you could play. That's right. That was White Scars with Bikes as troops. That started in 4th edition, if I recall correctly, David. And I liked that they were all, Jagatai Khan, that they were all like very heavily Asian based. And I noticed that GW has kind of backed away from that again because, oh, we don't want to be upset people. Like, what? You're going to upset people with an Asian themed chapter that's riding bikes like a bunch of Huns? What is the matter with you? What? Honestly, guys, what is the matter with you? What? Why can't we just have fun things? Why does everything have to be some sad uh you know, some sad try hard grimdark thing? Right? It's possible, GW, you can actually do cool stuff like that. And if like 4 people on Twitter get offended by it, well, just ignore them. No one cares, okay? You're still going to sell product. Just stick to your guns and like just anyway. There we go. You got me ranting. So, which is actually a pretty easy thing to do, right? It's a pretty easy thing to do to get me to rant on stream. So, not a big deal. Okay, Wild Bill. Wild Bill looking better by the minute here. It's looking pretty good. Okay. Let's start the highlights, buddies. Oh, I love his revolvers though. Some fantastic revolvers. Funny thing is, I found it to be badass that White Scars did. Agreed. I liked that too about White Scars. But like I said, they backed off the Huns theme because they thought people would be offended by it. Ridiculous, right? Ridiculous. Okay. Where's that cool? Let's use a little bit of this bone white on the greaves and whatnot. Yeah, it's too bad we couldn't get in a game today, Sean. I should have maybe tried to push to stay a little bit longer than maybe we could have got in a game. I feel a little bad that you drove all the way down there and we didn't get you in a game. Okay. Stop doing the white scars because I could never get enough cool conversion kits to do them justice. Someday I'll get a 3D printer, then it'll show them all. Yes! Then you could actually have a really cool White Scars chapter, something to be really proud of. I wanted them to go even more into that Huns theme, and what I mean by that is I wanted them to be really, really, really Mongolian, right? I wanted them to have walk hats, walk hats and curved blades and like really, really Hun looking stuff, right? You know that's where woks came from, right? That's how dope the Mongolians were. Is that they had to be able to cook, use their hats, their helmets in battle doubled as cooking utensils, and it turned out to be such a good utensil that the wok is still widely in use today. It's one of the only things I will cook out of because I love using my wok. So there you go. White Scars. Let's see. Iron Warriors are my favorite. I love the color scheme and their siege bearing fluff. Yeah, again, that's cool, right? They remain pretty consistent with that. Regarding Chaos Undivided chapters, one of my favorites were Alpha Legion. So I had an Alpha Legion chapter, and and then I had a Slaanesh cult because Slaanesh is by far my favorite demonic power. And my 4-year-old is singing songs. He's just living his best life. I love that kid. He just does him 24. He really is my spirit animal. He just does him all day long. Great kid. Octavius is a great kid too. He really does need his own channel and his own streaming thing, and we're gonna work on that. I will just have to. I'll just have to do more activity on his channel to free it up to where he can do streams on that channel. So you gotta have a certain amount of activity and I think a certain number of subscribers to stream, I believe. So we gotta get him there. So that, because I would love for him to just have his own like junior streams, right? I think that would be awesome. If you drove all the way down there, you better get a game. Definitely, dude. Hope you're ready to play some Aristeia if he came all the way down here. Because that's what I would want to play. But yeah, had a fun game of Aristeia, like I was saying. You know, got to play my girls Gata and Dart, who are fantastic. Played the assault scenario against Nelson's team. And yeah, like I said, Gata just doing Gata things, keeping opponents dazzled, and then just playing keep away with those Vulcan bots. And Dart doing Dart things, blowing things up, hiding, sniping people. Right, and then, don't forget Prism's ability to maintain the middle, and Locksme making sure I've got enough dice all around to make sure that we are good to go. Okay, let's get kind of like a taupe color here for his hat and stuff. I'm telling you, I love Guild Ball. Guild Ball is one of the best designed games ever made, and I stand by that claim. It's one of the best designed miniature game systems I have ever played in my life. But I am really feeling this Aristeia, man. Like I feel like I can play that. I feel like I can play it all the time now. Like it's just not gonna get old for me. It's super fun. It's casual, but it's just casual enough to not be Guild Ball, and it's just strong enough. Like it's a strong game. The game has depth to it that I vastly underestimated when I first started playing it. right? Because I was like, oh, it feels too random, feels too random. But the more that we're playing this, the more I'm starting to see this game has got legs, and it's very fun. And the overall experience is what I think miniature gaming should be all about when you start. Okay? I know I talk trash about 40K all day long, right? The truth of the matter is, I want people to play 40K and enjoy 40K, and I want people to to really have that cool, battleground cinematic experience that I think most people that play 40K are looking for. The problem, as I see it, is that they're so ill prepared to get there, and they never get there. And we lose people. We lose good people that, in my opinion, should be in the hobby, that should be painting, should be playing, should be enjoying time with community. It should be at our events. I'm trying to get Aristeia canceled. I know, right? The kiss of death. I know, but they should be doing all these things. But the problem is we throw them into 40K before they really know what they're getting into, before they've really had a chance to put down and paint a miniature that they're gonna enjoy painting and enjoy that whole experience of putting together a force of 4 models before they have the chance to really, play a game that's more like a board game or more like a MOBA, something that they may have come from and understand that, to play a game that only lasts about an hour but still has good tactical depth to it, and it is exciting and fun to collect. That's what I'm saying, right? This should be a gateway, as I see it. For Aristeia, would make the best gateway experience if you're talking about wanting someone to enjoy as much of the hobby as possible. I feel like painting these great miniatures, putting them on the board, not having to deal with crazy list building, just playing a 1 hour game with your friends, and that's casual yet deep enough to play, to play into some competitive sense. I think this game has got those. It's it's got those characteristics, and therefore I feel like it should be considered all the time. Anyways, that's my soapbox, guys. Not to be confused with my earlier soapbox about the Mentor Legions needing to retain owls as their chapter symbol. Okay, don't confuse my rants. There's the Mentor Legion, right? We got that straight. Legion 888. They're owls. They're owls. They're not red stupid eagles. How many chapters use this stupid eagle? It's the same. They just use the eagle over and over. Oh, these are the eagle claws. These are the blood eagles. These are the blood ravens. These are the dark evil blood raven dark knight bird. Dark. Gloomy. What? Why? Why does everything have to be the same? Just come on. You can have a Mentor Legion that's an owl. Are you kidding me? Who would want an owl as their chapter symbol? What? Anyways. All right. Yes, road trip. Lord Draconum. Everybody go. You built your first spearman. He doesn't have a spear. Sweet. To that, I say, good job, sir. Go to bed, son. Good night. All right. Go to bed. Okie doke. A little more Wild Bill. Good night, buddy. Love you. Good night, son. Trying to get my. I know it's daylight savings, but you're gonna be in a rude for awakening when I wake you up at 6:30ish tomorrow to bring you to school, son. It's not gonna be fun, son. A mouse legion wouldn't want an owl. All right. Touche, Larry. Larry, I I need to get you. I need your help with my travel watch. Right? I need the battery replaced on that. I need to get that to you somehow. You have good friends in Monterey. How long of a drive is it from Monterey? It's about, what do you say, Larry? It's about 7 hours from Monterey, something like that. 7 hours if you push. Maybe you could push it to 6. Let's see. Okay, and now we're gonna paint this like he's got like this weird robot-y thing right here. Let's block that. I almost don't. I feel like the red is bad. Okay, so look. I know the red to me, the red at the bottom looks a little. I don't want it to distract. You know, the model's kind of drab as it is. But hey, we'll just. Yeah, it's about. Yeah, I agree with Larry. It's about 7 hours. Appreciate the sentiment, though, gentlemen. You can always, you know, you can hop on a plane. It's only 1 hour from there. I don't recommend that. All right. So this goes like this. There's kind of a lot going on in these. I hate tactical rock, as you guys know well. Well, no. I'm gonna be in the shop tomorrow night. I could stop by. I have to call in for jury duty. What time are you gonna be there? I can stop by. I'm very very close to the shop. As you know, I live very close there, so it's really no big deal. I could swing by. I'm usually out and around anyway, like picking up food or whatever. Let's see. Yeah, usually, depending on when this commission gets done, I could be there. I mean, I could go tomorrow night, but um, yeah, tomorrow night's fine. All right. It's hard to tell. It's like supposed to be kind of like a rock, but it's not. It's just, I think he's just supposed to be standing on some sort of wreckage. But I don't know what it is. Drop it off at your convenience. Just pick it up any night. Oh, I'd love to meet for a game, but I don't know what night would really work for that. Dang, I kind of do want to meet for a game. We'll have to figure it out. Let me work on that, Larry. Let me see what I can do. Always down for a game. Someone says game, I'm gonna try to make it happen. All right, where's that? Actually, what I need is black-gray at this point. Black-gray. I think you may. I may not have your number. I'll have to check. I have you on Facebook. I don't know if I have your number, but just let me know like what night you're planning on being there, and I can either meet you there or, I mean, more than likely I will be there Wednesday because I think I'm estimating this commission will be done by around Wednesday. So I would say that's my best guess for when I'll be around. Be Wednesday night. Okay. All right. Second spearman has a spear. Good. He can share with the first spearman. Don't be such a spear miser, second spearman. I wonder if he bragged about that title coming home to his family. Moira, Moira, I made second spearman today. There we go. All right. I'm not saying it was a good joke. Okay? Not saying that was good or creative. All right. There's that. Let's do. I've been using. I think with Nelson stuff, I've been using Arquillian green. Oh, I may need to pick up some Arquillian green at some point. Maybe I'll do it Wednesday. Got to remember to do that. But yeah, Wednesday is a pretty good bet. Hey, what's up, Nelson? Go Wild Bill going on here. They made me talk about Space Marines, Nelson. Can you believe this, audience? They made me talk about Space Marines. Really excited for Oathmark. Turns out you missed rank and file fantasy games. Sweet. I watched some guys play the Lord of the Rings game today. It looked okay. It looked, you know, it looked sort of interesting. I'm just not much for that scale of game. What I mean is the model count. I'm just like, eh. And we looked a little bit at Warcaster too, which I think it's a little too early for me to jump in on board with that one. All right, so we got that. So we'll let him drive for a second. Let's do, look at this. We gotta do Cosmo because Cosmo is very easy to do. Just a fun little spritzel and a there's a little bit of freehand that goes into Cosmo. There's usually a smiley face on Cosmo. I don't know how you feel about that, Nelson, but yes, that is true. There's usually a smiley face. What I'm going to do is I'm going to paint a gray dot. I'm going to paint a gray circle in this. And we can talk live about what this should be. The reason why there's a smiley face on Cosmo normally is because Cosmo is piloted by a young girl. And it's, think like BattleBots when I say piloted. She's not actually sitting in this bot. She's controlling it remotely. And she likes a little smiley face on the bot. Okay. So what's nice about this neutral gray is you can see it covers very well. And hear my little guy singing. It's actually kind of good. He's actually trying to put himself to sleep. So we'll see how this goes. All right, everyone wish me luck. Don't make eye contact with it. Just let it put himself down. Okay, we'll let this dry for a minute while we figure out what we want to do there, Nelson. You're out, Larry. You have to go read about Ravenloft. Sweet. Oh, I miss Ravenloft. Dude, those were the D&D days, dude. Good night, Larry. I'll be in touch with you about the watch thing. Where's that that watch is right here. My backup watch. It was here. Eh. All right, let's do a little silver. Now I want to just do a little bit of line highlighting. And the 3D, oh, that's right, the 3D print. Thank you, sir. All right, so we're going to do a little edge highlighting here and here. Okay. All right, good night, Larry. All right, let's see. Let's do... So when you paint like a lot of metallic like this, all you're really trying to do is play with light for the most part. There's a little bit of detail that you add, but not much. You're just adding little highlights and a little shading, and that's about it. Right? The rest of this is going to kind of take care of itself. I'm going to use these things as kind of like smoke launchers at the front here. Okay. And you can see what I'm doing, just giving, like, the sharp edges are getting the highlight. Actually, I'll give this a little one there. Okay. In here. Okay. And then back here. Okay. All right. And then for the light thing, let's see what we got. Should the exhaust be like green or blue? I think it should be blue. I think it should be blue. If I can find the right thing. Let's see. Uh, I guess I just go Archelian blue again. Let's just do no. I guess. Let's see if this works. So a little Archelian, wrong brush. Okay. So a little Archelian blue here, right? You want it there. I want it here, and there. I want it here, and there, and then I want it here mainly. Okay. All right. And then I want to do let's do some black. And when I say black, I mean dark black gray, not really black. But the smoke launchers will have black. Ooh, I forgot. I forgot to do this right here. This model is actually quite fun to paint. It's really interesting. It is an interesting model, Sean. I agree. Okay, do that. And then back to the black. Right, I want to get right in there. So basically like undercarriage level work. Right, areas right there where there would just be, where you would expect there to, really just kind of be like motor work and that kind of stuff. We'll do that there. Here. And then all this undercarriage work here. But you can see, if you kind of have a general plan, it goes pretty quick. Right? Real simple. Real simple stuff so far. Nothing totally groundbreaking yet. All right. Pretty good. Still don't have a consensus on the smiley face, so we'll keep going. I need like a super, super, super light blue. See if I have a good light blue. You did a weird hot rod look on the one you were painting. Nice. That sounds fun. Here's a good sky blue. Woo. Smiley face is legit. Okay, let's do smiley face then. So it's like a pinkish smiley face. Okay. First, let's drop a little detail in all the laser smoky things, right? Just to give it a little bit of light, right? A little bit of light, a little bit of believability in there, and there, and then the jet engine. And then, so we're going to do, that's the wrong one. If I can find it. Let's do this Volupus pink. So you can see this is not going down in like an even coat. That's okay. He's down here. All right. All right, it's not the most even color, but that's also kind of the point because I'm gonna kind of use that to kind of give it a false like shade. Okay, so really just kind of layer up a little bit more contrast. It just helps the dot look a little more, so we're a little more three-dimensional if I do this. Okay. Shh. You hear that little guy going. Almost done building the hexadome. That's awesome, dude. All right. Yeah, that's gonna be super fun to play on that. All right, we'll give that a minute to dry. While that's drying, let's go ahead and let's give Wild Bill some some shading. So I'm going to use a couple of different shades here, and you'll see what this does. All right, so on the bottom part, I'm going to actually shade with a standard Basilicanum Gray, and that's going to shade the whole thing and kind of tint it. Okay, so a little Basilicanum Gray to get that going. My daughter talked nonstop until she passed out. Yeah, my boys tend to talk quite a bit. All right. So you can see what that's doing, right? That's giving the wreckage there kind of a more solid feel to it. So it's shading and toning, right? It sounds like I'm describing an exercise, right? It's building muscle and tone. All right. Okay. So you got that. Actually, I'm gonna use a little bit more here on the legging, on the underleg sort of deal to kind of give that another one of the shades. So it seems kind of black, almost black, but it's not. All right, and then okay, and then let's do. So now sometimes you just want a liner more than you want a shade, right? So see if I can find it. Ruh-roh. Maybe I don't have it. Maybe I don't have it. Where'd it go? Seems like all those good shaders that I use are not here right now. They all jumped ship. There we go. So we're going to use we're going to use this ash black, which actually does behave. It behaves more like a liner than a wash. It does a great job of just kind of going right where you want it to go. I'll show you what I mean by that, right? So look at Wild Bill's revolver. I don't know if you can get this on camera. It really just kind of settles in quite nicely where it's supposed to. And I can definitely use it like a liner without totally killing my color. Whereas Basilicanum Gray is really going to have a washed out effect on whatever it is you're applying it to. Okay, or here I want a good liner. I want to be able to define Wild Bill's arms and other parts without losing too much of the integrity of the color that it's supposed to be. That's looking pretty good. Okay. Right, nice and easy. Nice and Easy was not like a type of hair dye in the 80s for women. Nice and easy to get rid of their gray hair or something like that. That reminds me of. All right, so there's that, and then let's start applying that to kind of these. See all these bits here, these metal bits that they're crying out for a little definition. You can do this with this liner without killing your color shift, whereas if I did this with Basilicanum Gray, that would be the end of the color shift property, right? It would just cloud up the whole thing. You wouldn't have much of a color shift there. Whereas this does a very good job of putting shadow down and giving you a little bit of depth without killing all your good airbrush work. Because these washes were actually designed to be airbrushed. They move around quite well. Right, and I'm gonna get like a midnight blue to paint the smiley. Maybe we do a bright color to paint the smiley face in. Right, maybe a brighter blue to paint the smiley face. God, it's like the easiest paint job, but it's also super cool. Okay. Just really punching up the last little bit of the highlights here. Okay. All right. Let's do. I just had the blue that I wanted. Where'd it go? Let's do this blue, sapphire blue, as the smiley face. Or would you prefer green? Green wouldn't be too bad either. I think blue is okay though. Your Space Marines are Basilicanum Gray? Yeah, they are. It's actually quite nice. It's a super nice, super clean, super nice color scheme. All right, so Mm, no freehand smiley face. What's nice about this is it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, because remember, this is a little girl that put a smiley face down on her toy robot. There you go. There you go. Looks a little on the dark side. Dark side. Yeah, I think I want this to be lighter. Right? I think it should scream out a little bit more. So we're gonna highlight it. Always more color shifts. Yeah, let's do something a little bit more fun, just to draw a little more attention to it. Right? So now you've got you're going to get a little bit more brightness here out of the smile. There you go. I like that a lot. Oh, now that makes sense why the skin has a little girl. Yeah. Yeah, that's why Cosmo used to be in my 8. Used to be in my waifu 8, because Cosmo is piloted by a little girl. All right. Pretty happy with these overall. Pretty good. Let's give let's do a little bit of highlight on the plates, the corners of the plates here. Right? Just a little edge highlight. Right? Just to help define the base of the model. Not too bad. Okay, there's that. And then let's do this. Yeah, Cosmo is fun. Metal, plastic, still fun model. Whoa. Like I said, I do have a painted metal Cosmo. If you would like me to include that as part of this deal here, Nelson, let me see if I can actually break it out and show it to you at some point. All right. Pretty good. Okay. So I got to finish a couple. And let's, where's the black? I do like this quite a bit. All right. Go ahead and knock this out. So it's so nice that base just comes out and screams once you hit that black line on it. Once you paint the lip black, so nice. All right. There's a Cosmo. And here's a Wild Bill. These weird bases can be very hard to find, but you can see why they're so worth it when you hit that. When you paint the lip in, it really does just sort of really just finishes the model. Frames it so nicely. All right. Okay, there we go. Not too bad, not too shabby. We'll let them dry for a minute here before we show them off. Start to let's put away a couple of things. Oh, jeez. Let those dry for a second. In fact, let's let them dry for a second and let's work on it. Actually, I don't want to get started on this. This is going to be a little bit more of an intense job there. Working on her and then Shona Corona. All right. We'll let these dry. Let me know if you guys have any questions or comments. Still a lot of plastic stuff to do, but we'll finish. Yeah, we'll finish these two. We'll finish next. Her and her. I should actually probably plan on painting 4 at the same time. So if we did those two, let's do her and let's do the wolf all at the same time again. Oh, wait, no, not the wolf. Let's do Oberon here. Nelson, just a heads up, I did have to glue this piece here because this was snapping off. And I can't really snap it back into a good position. I'm not the biggest fan of this miniature. I think it's a little goofy, but it's okay. All right. So with that, that's what I'm going to work on tomorrow. And then that will leave me with 4 more to do Tuesday night, which shouldn't be that big of a deal. All right. Any questions, comments, threats while this is drying up? We're getting ready to call our stream here. Let me know. Okay. Yeah. Wild Bill. I like the new pose. It's awesome. Fun model, good color scheme. And this, very fun. Not really gonna say much here. It's just a cool miniature. All right, everybody. So that's gonna do it for this video. I want to thank everyone for watching. Have a good night, guys. Be safe this week, and we'll catch you on the next one.